So he said, I'm going to walk in there and I'm going to give them dawah. And I was like, John, like, I don't remember what I said, but I was like, don't do it. That's not a good idea, bro. He didn't listen to me. He walked straight in.
What if someone from the cartel stood up with a double-barrel shotgun?
I don't know this guy. I don't know this guy. We only need a tiny fraction of the missionary budget and we can beat them, right?
100%.
Because we have the truth.
When you explain Islam clearly to them, everyone just gets it.
Back, and when we returned, you were...
Don't just sit down and like stuff yourself with popcorn and crisps and stuff while watching these and enjoy them. Of course you can enjoy them, but think about what you're gonna do. Assalamu alaikum, welcome to another episode of Dawah Diaries. Now we're gonna jump straight into one of the funniest stories. It's not even just funny, it's just so bizarre that I need to verify if the story is even true. So I'm gonna jump straight to some more. The country we're speaking about is
Sao Paulo, Brazil.
Okay.
Actually, Rio de Janeiro, sorry.
Okay, so what on earth did you guys do on a random night?
It wasn't me, yeah? It was basically John Fontaine. So we were walking, is nighttime after Maghrib, and we were walking back to our hotel after some dawah or some activity in Rio. And John Fontaine, being the live wire that he is, he saw that there was a church and the door was actually open and inside there was a congregation. So he said, I'm going to walk in there and I'm going to give them dawah. And I was like, John, like, I don't remember what I said, but I was like, don't do it. That's not a good idea, bro. He didn't listen to me. He walked straight in. Now he walked straight in and I actually had to follow him because obviously I'm not going to let him walk in Brazil into a church on his own when they're having a congregation. So he walks in. You got some guy talking to the congregation. He walks in and he just interrupts everybody and he goes, excuse me.
Well, while they're giving the sermon.
Yeah, they're speaking Portuguese.
Yeah.
Brazilians are very friendly, you have to imagine. So it's not just like, you know, sometimes you can make decisions and you're kind of like, okay, that's gonna put people off. Brazilians are such loving, caring, fun people. You know, something like this, they're not gonna get like angry. Yeah, that's just what Brazilians are like. Yeah. So he just walks in there and he just starts telling them about Islam. He just interrupts the entire thing and they're actually listening to him. And then he gives them the whole thing, and then it's almost like they're in shock. Obviously, this guy just walks into their church, and obviously John's a white guy from the UK, can't speak any Portuguese, interrupting a congregation in a nice way, but you know, giving them the message of Islam. And it was like, you know, when I saw them afterwards, they weren't upset. They were like, they were alright with it. Yeah,
They were bamboozled.
Bamboozled, I guess.
What if someone from the cartel stood up with a double-barrel shotgun?
I don't know this guy. I don't know this guy. But the thing is, you know, like the Japanese, they have this saying, read the air. Yeah. So I understand why John did that, because, you know that Brazilians aren't going to react badly, right? They're very fun, loving people. So, but still in my head, I was like, bro, you don't walk into a church and start giving them dawah. Yeah. But yeah, it's just one of those crazy stories that came from the 2014 campaign.
That's crazy. So 2014 was the World Cup, right?
Yep.
So you guys went there during the World Cup. Was it busy?
It was crazy. The entire world was there. So we had all these people from different parts of the world. Then we had all the obviously athletes and the different stadiums. So we were in Sao Paulo, we were in Rio. We traveled to different spots. We gave dawah near the stadiums. We gave dawah, and like, you know, that massive Christ statue like thing. Yeah, John went there and then he did the Azaan, that famous video and stuff. So there's lots of amazing activities, but it was a different world. Like literally Brazil was a different world.
I love asking these kind of questions because I know the audience loves these as well. But what kind of food did you guys eat in Brazil? You did say that you had this Brazilian barbecue there once.
Oh yes. This is the thing you just reminded me about, because I was thinking, okay, what did you have in Brazil? They love barbecue, and they have this very, not strange, but this very unique thing. I haven't seen it anywhere else. So you basically go in a restaurant, you sit down, and then you get all these different meats, and it's like you think, how many different types of meats must there be? And they walk up to you, and some are like rare and some are like less, and they come up to you and the guy's like, shall I cut you some? And They eat a lot of meat there.
But
And on top-
that's such a big concept that you're talking about, is that I actually go to some of these places. And there's halal ones, right?
Yeah.
There's people like Pakistanis who live there, and then they came to the UK, they open and they bring the meat on the thing,
Yeah.
and they cut it off for you. So that's what you had, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing.
And they
man.
also they have really nice kidney bean based dishes. That's a big
That's
thing there.
vegetarian.
The other thing is fruits. Fruits are everywhere. Like I remember when we were in our hotel in Sao Paulo, you walk out the hotel, you know, like here you walk out, what do you see? You see a chicken shop, like London, everywhere you see a chicken shop. There you see juice bar, here's a juice bar. The other thing is you get fruits which honestly you will not taste anywhere else in the world. Like I went to our outreach specialist Eddie, his house, and he gave me this particular drink, and he's like, yeah, this is from the Amazon and you won't get this anywhere else. And when you drink it, it's literally a fruit you've never tasted before, and the size of the fruit, the different varieties of
Do you know
it.
what the name of that fruit was?
I don't remember. Eddie would probably remember. But say for example, like here, you're like, okay, let me get a drink, so you just grab a bottled drink. There people are just having coconut juice like it's nothing. Just grab a coconut, put a thing in it, and just, even at the side of the road, people selling it and stuff.
I remember Eddie asking him during Ramadan his story to Islam, and bro, it is just
Amazing.
unbelievable. Like, you know, it almost does seem like, it almost looks like people are making these stories up,
Yeah.
but they're not, they're true. So he was asking for guidance and saying, oh Allah, guide me, show me the truth. And he's walking on the street and he's asking Allah for guidance, and he gets stopped by some Arab brother in a thobe who gives him like a dawah material. And he's like, he's just baffled. He's like, he doesn't know what's going on. So wow, that like basically led him to Islam.
Yeah.
And then he's studied in Medina as well.
Yeah.
And now he does dawah there, and I think he's looking to open a center soon.
The new Dawah Center, which obviously things have slowed down a bit because of Corona, but we're opening up a new center. We've secured one actually in Sao Paulo, and it's going to be the first Dawah Center in Sao Paulo, in Brazil actually. And look at the evolution in the last 6 years, right? So you get, like, Eddie was inspired by obviously the iERA campaign and the sort of Dawah stuff, and he joined in the Olympic campaign in 2016 as well. Now he has his own center. His wife Bia, she also helps him, and they're both just Dawah crazy. They just love Dawah. Now the thing which I just wanted to highlight about, you know, each country is different. So when you, like, you've been to Peru, you've been to Bolivia. So you know each country is different. And I was saying to you earlier that each one of these countries is different. The thing about Brazil is, like you gave the story of Eddie, that Eddie was looking for guidance and then he saw an Arab guy in a thobe. I just want everyone to imagine that that's not really unexpected in London. You expect, you're walking down the road, you might by some chance see a Muslim Arab in a thobe. Brazil is a place that is just so unlikely. I mean, they haven't seen Muslims. When I was in Rio, this guy asked me, "Are you Jewish?" I said no, because he just saw my beard and he thought, "Oh, I must be a Jewish person." They don't. I mean, they haven't really interacted with Muslims. So when we were there in this place called Avenue Paulista, it's like the Oxford Street of Sao Paulo. This woman, she got off the bus, which wasn't her stop, and she walked all the way back, came up to me and said, "I'm a school teacher. I have never seen Muslims preaching. I've seen Christians, so I got off my stop and I just want to talk to you." Like, she literally got her off her stop to come and talk to us. That's how rare Islam is.
Okay, then what happened? How was the conversation?
No, it's a very, very beautiful conversation. She was actually very polite. I don't remember exactly because it's 6 years ago, but it's just everybody in Brazil generally in Latin America, and especially in Brazil, people are very, very polite. People are very, very kind. But it's just the effort someone puts in. The other thing is the Quran, they call it a Bible. They call it Biblia or something like this, right? And John is a witness to this, because this sounds crazy. It sounds unbelievable. But when we were handing out the Portuguese translation of the Bible, of the Quran, it went straight away. And people came up to us and they wanted, okay, they got their copies. Can I have my, oh, sorry, we don't have it. Like, I've never been in a position where not only is it that it goes so quickly, two, you get people coming back and they want more. Even with Dawah materials.
Yeah, you know, Sabur, this is what I wanted to bring up. Like, we'll wrap up this Dawah Diaries. It was amazing, mashallah. And, You know, we do this work and most of people are inspired, and alhamdulillah we do it. May Allah keep us all sincere. And we really think sometimes that, you know, we're doing this or we're doing a lot, and to be honest, we're just so far from, we're barely doing anything. A brother was telling me a story on the weekend, and it just shocked me. But I knew it was true. I knew of it, right? But then when he told me, it really hit me. Yeah, he said that he was in Ghana and he was basically doing his charity work, nothing to do with Islam, right? Just charity work, but they're Muslims, obviously. And he said there was this woman, like an American lady, and a teenager, like early 20s, and she was like talking to these kids about Christianity, and he knew they were Muslims. So he went there and he said, yeah, and he started saying some Arabic words, alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah, and the kids started being like, oh, we know him. He gave them some sweets as well, yeah. He was like, come on, like, these are my brothers, yeah, I don't want them to get distracted by it. And she saw it, and he said, I could see her getting angry. And she said, you know, at the end what she said to me, and she said to me, how long are you here for? And he said, 3 weeks. And she said, oh, good. I'm here for 2 years. And he said, she just said that to let me know that, listen, our dawah is far superior. We're here to stay. Yeah. Even though I say this, yeah, Allah, you know this, that Allah pushes the deen forward. Like, you look at the material, sometimes we have papers and it goes further and it touches the heart. So that will happen regardless. But in terms of work, this is not just in iERA. People watching this, because this is why we do all of this. They need to be inspired and go and do it. And don't think, guys, don't think in your head, oh, I'm not going to do it. Someone else listening like me is probably going to do it. Or my brother is probably going to do it. No, you have to do it. Or if your sister, maybe your kids have to do it. Or, you know, the people, bro, iERA will only go so far, right? That's not the end of, but the Muslims have to get up and spread this beautiful religion wherever it is, whether it's Philippines, whether it's Brazil, all these places, because they're all doing it and they come from all corners of the globe. You'll always see in Brazil, you'll see moments from North America, but you'll also see the Brazilian ones with them. Yeah? They're a team. And bro, we have got so much work to do, man.
We're at the beginning.
At the beginning stages. We're nowhere, right? But when we do little work, Allah makes it go so much further, right? They'll do so much work and they'll have little impact.
You know, what you're saying reminds me of, I think it's the Mufti of Uganda, when he had a conversation with Adnan. He said we only need a tiny fraction of the missionary budget and we can beat them, right?
100%.
Because we have the truth. So we don't need, like, they have billions, yeah? We just need to put in our effort and Allah will bless it.
And you know, it's not even that. Like, when we go to these tribes, and like you have as well in these places, when you explain Islam clearly to them, everyone just gets it.
And when we returned, you were... And he was reading the book, and so he decided to talk to you.
Whether it's in South America or it's in Philippines or it's in Samoa, it just makes sense. Even the Christians, they start to say, yeah, that's what I believe. Then when you question them, then they're like, oh, okay, yeah, but I still believe this. But that's generally it's Islam is the fitrah. So guys, don't just sit down and like stuff yourselves with popcorn and crisps and stuff while watching these and enjoy them. Of course you can enjoy them, but think about what you're going to do, right? And if you really can't do anything, I mean, you should do this anyways, inshallah, is donate and support iERA. So this work can continue. Like, honestly, some of you donate, right? Maybe £100, £200. That £100, £200 is maybe Sabur and my flight to go to that country and then to the mission, and then someone else's money was the video, and someone else's money was the dawah material, and someone else's money was, you know, the food for the volunteers who were giving dawah all day with us. It all adds up, right? And it makes the full picture, right? So support it, but also even if you're donating and supporting, start doing yourself. Think about how can you do it. Maybe it will start from your office, but the point is that it starts at your work as well. Like, if your work starts to speak to people about Islam, maybe put leaflets there, maybe give out an English copy of the Quran, maybe just keep them on your desk. You have to start, right? When Maryam was there and she was told to shake the tree, you know how hard a palm tree is, a date tree. It's like, bro, it's solid.
And Allah, who created Isa alayhi salam from nothing, He could shake the tree.
Yeah, shake the tree, right? So for you, if you can't go and speak to someone, for example, in an office, maybe you have 5 copies of the English Quran left on your desk. One day, maybe you'll gather the courage. Or maybe someone will come and say, oh, is that the Quran in English? Say, yeah, please take one, right? And that's how it starts and it slowly builds up. So guys, these Dawah Diaries, this one's a bit of a different one. We've got short stories, but it's not just about watching these, it's about also implementing in your life and thinking about how you can take this forward, or how you can also make maybe your children take it forward, or your brothers take it forward, or your dads take it forward, wherever it is, inshallah. And yeah, that's it. Jazakallah khair.